What is up, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, dogs and cats? It's your girl Luce, and today I'm quite busy. So I just kind of thought, I don't have time to film a video, what shall I do? And today I am going to be learning my lines. I don't know how I'm going to make this interesting, but I also do get quite a lot of questions on Instagram about learning lines, how I learn them, general tips. So maybe this is a good time to address those. So as I said in my last video, I am in Henry V and I am Henry and I have a hell of a lot of lines to learn. Hence why I'm so busy this weekend, and I was just like, I can't afford to film a normal video, so here we are learning lines on YouTube. I am going to be learning the big famous St. Crispin's Day speech. If you don't know Shakespeare, if you don't know the play, all you have to know in this speech, two armies, France, England, I'm the head of England, and we're about to go to battle, and I am raising all the spirits of my army because the French massively outnumber us and everyone thinks we're gonna die. So it's basically my job to be like, no, come on, we can do it. Yay, let's all go into war. So, right, so first thing I do when I approach learning lines, before I even start trying to learn it, I essentially like go through all the text and work out what everything means, what I'm trying to say. And then the next thing I do, I find it really hard to learn lines if I don't know why I'm going to say the next thing that I'm gonna say. So I put an intention behind every line, so it like kind of triggers my brain, oh, okay, that's the next line because my character is thinking this. So if you really know why you're saying each line, it will help your brain to remember what you're next gonna say. I kind of read through the first couple of lines of the speech, and then I'll cover it, say it again. If I forget it, have a look, cover it and say it again. And then I take the next bit, cover it, keep doing it like that. And then once I've remembered the next bit, I go from the beginning and then start again until the next bit. And essentially it's like just building it all on top of each other. So I've got two questions and then an answer. What's he that wishes so? My cousin Westmoreland? No. No, my fair cousin, so I just repeat cousin. No, my fair cousin. Then the next thing I come on to say is inspired by the fact that someone said that they think we're gonna lose. So I say,
if we are marked to die, we are enough to do our country lost.
So I'm just gonna learn that bit because this is part of an antithesis of two contrasting phrases. So if I learn one half of the contrasting phrase, then that gives my brain time to think of the next one. It will help intonation wise anyway if I leave a bit of a gap between them. If we are marked to die, so the stress is on die, we are enough to do our country lost. Now I'm gonna go back to the very beginning. What's he that wishes so? My fair, no, fair is the next phrase, isn't it? Yeah. If we are marked to die, we are enough to do our country loss. And if to live, the fewer men, the greater share of honour. Next phrase.
God's will, I pray thee, wish not one man more.
If I attach it to the little bit before, so if we are marked to die, we are enough to do our country loss. Yep. And if to live, the fewer men, the greater share of honour. God's will, I pray thee, wish not one man more. Yeah. By Jove, I am not covetous for gold, nor care I who doth feed upon my cost. Okay, back to the beginning. What's he that wishes so? Not fair. Not fair.
What's he that wishes so? My cousin Westmoreland? No, my fair cousin. If we are marked to die, we are enough to do our country lost. And if to live, the fewer men, the greater share of honour. By God, I pray thee, wish not one man more. By Jove, I am not covetous for gold, nor care I who doth feed upon my cost.
Yes! I did it! I'm gonna walk around, I feel like that helps. It earns me not if men my garments wear. By Jove, I am not covetous for gold, nor care I who doth feed upon my cost. Oh shit, that one didn't go in. That one did not go in. It earns me not. So it doesn't affect me if people wear my clothes. I don't care about my clothes. I've said before that, by Jove, I'm not covetous for gold. I don't want gold, I don't need money. I don't care who eats at my expense. Again, I don't care for money. And then I'm saying, I don't care if men wear my clothes. So the first bit's about money, the second bit is about clothes. Maybe that will help me to remember.
God's will, I pray thee, wish not one man more. By Jove, I am not covetous for gold, nor care I who doth feed upon my cost. It earns me not if men my garments wear. But if it is a sin, or is it if it be? Yeah, but if it be a sin to covet honour, I am the most offending soul alive.
Bam! Back to the beginning. What's he that wishes so? My fair cousin Westmoreland? No. Oh my god, fair doesn't come there. How many times do I have to say that for it to go in. Now, if you are actually looking at the actual original version of this speech, just to let you know, our director has cut some of these lines, so if you're not hearing a few lines, that'll be why. Now, the next thing that I do, so now I've learned a quarter of it, I like to get my voice memos up on my phone, and I will record me saying it, and then I'll listen to it back and I'll read along, so that I can definitely make sure that I'm not making any mistakes with the order of words or phrases or what I'm saying. Now I'm going to listen to the recording back and read along and make sure that I've definitely got the right phrase. What's he that wishes so? That's why I think this is a really good thing to do, because I said, by Jove, I'm not covetous for honour, but that comes later, so it's by Jove, I'm not covetous for gold. And sometimes you won't even realise that you're saying the wrong word, but you are. It makes sure that you're not putting habits in from the very beginning. God's peace I would not lose so great an honour as one man more. I would not lose so great an honour as one man more, methinks would share from me. That's another thing. I really like to be silly when I'm learning lines, like literally just do them in a way that I would never do them on stage, but it kind of makes sure you don't get into like a monotonous way of saying the line in the same way every single time. And it also like kind of brings a sense of play and something different that you may not have ever done before. And it also helps me to remember, like if I've done something really silly on a line, I'll remember it every time I do it. Man more, methinks would share from me for the best hope I have. God's peace I would not lose so great an honour. His passport shall be made, and crowns for convoy put into his purse.
God's peace I would not lose so great an honour as one man more, methinks would share for me for the best hope I have. Oh, do not wish one man more, rather proclaim it, Westmoreland, through my host, that he which hath no stomach to this fight, let him depart. His passport shall be made, and crowns for convoy put into his purse.
He that outlives this day and comes safe home will stand a tiptoe when this day is named, and rouse him at the name of Crispian.
I mean, it was right. This day is called the Feast of Crispian. He that outlives this day and comes safe home will stand a tiptoe when this day is named, and rouse him at the name of Crispian. Oh God, I don't know it. And rouse him at the name of Crispian. This day is called the Feast of Crispian. We're like over halfway through now. She's doing good. Then he will strip his sleeve and show his scars and say, these wounds I had on Crispian's day of old age shall yearly on. For he today that sheds his blood with me. We're so close. One sentence more.
Beaks that fought with us upon St. Crispin's day.
I think I've done it. I actually think I've done it. Have I done it? Right, okay. Right, this is Oscar, everybody. You should know who Oscar is, but if you don't, this is Oscar. He is my little lamb. He is my love and soul and heart and everything of my life. So I'm going to direct it to little Oscar here. What's he that wishes so? My cousin Westmoreland? No, my fair cousin. Do not wish one more, rather proclaim it, Westmoreland, through my host, that he which hath no stomach to this fight, let him depart. I'm gonna record it and see if I've done it.
What's he that wishes so? My cousin Westmoreland? No, my fair cousin. If we are not to die, we are enough to do our country loss, and if to live, the fewer men the greater share of honour. God's will, I pray thee, wish not one man more. By Jove, I am not covetous for gold, nor care I who doth feed upon my cost. It earns me not in men my garments wear, but if it be a sin to covet honour, I am the most offending soul alive. No, take my heart, wish not a man wish not a man England. God's peace, I will lose the great honour as one man more, people share for me, let him have, do not wish one more. I'll pray it for Lord, forever, he hath no stomach to this fight, let him depart. His passport shall be made, and crowns for convoy put into his purse. Do not die, man, coming, is urgent no rest. Today is called the Feast of Crispian. This story shall the good man teach his son, and Crispin shall ne'er go the-by from this day to the ending of the world, that we in it shall be remember it. Weep you, be happy you, we band of brothers. For he that sheds his blood with me shall be my brother. Be ye ne'er so vile, this day shall gentle your condition. And gentlemen in England now abed shall think themselves accursed, they were not here, and hold their manhood's cheek whiles any speak
That fought with us upon St. Crispin's day. Fought with us upon St. Crispin's day. Yay! I did it! I kind of know it. I mean, let's be real. So I've learnt it now, but realistically in the morning I'm probably not going to remember it. A lot of it. But it will be so much better than not knowing it at all. It's basically just building the speech into your muscle memory. I did it! Yay! So that is my speech. I hope you found that useful. I have no idea if this is going to be a useful, good video or not. It's probably just going to be really boring, but so many of you asked me how I learn my lines, so there we go. In a quick summary, thinking it through logically, and then when it comes to actually learning it, I just take a few lines at a time, go through it chronologically, adding on each next bit that you learn to the first bit. Record yourself saying it, highlight that in your head for the next time you do it, and every time you do it, you will remember those mistakes that you made and you won't do them. So if you're really, really struggling to remember a word, think think about a connection that it has with a different part of your life, or what it instantly makes you think of, and then that trigger will help you to remember the word. Anchoring things around you in the room to a word, so that if you look at that thing, it will remind you what that word is. Subscribe to my channel if you're new here and you are looking for more performy, drama schooly, speech learning, acting kind of things, and I will see you next week. Bye. King Henry, over and out. That was so cringe.